Hello, my name is Jinhoo from Leader to Share, and in today's video, we are going to talk about long-run production costs, a concept discussed in AP Microeconomics. So before we move on, first we have to talk about actually what a long run is, and I'm sure that we've discussed it in the previous video, but just to make sure, let's talk about it again. A long run is a concept that is opposed to the concept of a short run, and in the last video we said that short run is a situation when at least one resource is variable. Yes, you're right with it. Now, if long runs is the opposite concept to short run, then what is a long run? It is when all resources are variable, and I made a stupid mistake. It isn't when at least one resource is variable. It is when at least one resource is fixed. Anyways, just to make sure, short run is a situation when at least one resource is fixed. Long run is when all resources are variable, which means that you can just change the capacity of a plant, change the number of workers, and whatever you want in whatever situation and whatever circumstance that goes. So, one concept that we have to talk about in AP Microeconomics about long run production cost is the long run ATC, or long run average total cost. And you can see an interesting graph that looks like this here with some short run average total cost. And basically what you have to think about is the left graphic here. The left short run ATC is talking about the situation when the plant capacity or number of workers aren't that much. So like you just you ain't got a big firm, and you got a little number of workers working for you. Your plant is small, and this is a situation when your plant has grown a little, and this is a situation when you have many workers and many plants. And all in all together, you get the long run average total cost, and you can see that they just meet in one point, 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 but anyways, what you have to remember is that there are different types of short-run average total costs that vary from the size of the plant's capacity or the size of the number of workers. But in the long run, the average total cost we cover all of it, since all resources are variable, so you don't have to think about different situations. Now let's talk about different types or different places, different situations. The first one is economies of scale, and it is talking about a situation when if you double the output, if you double the input, the output is more than double. So the output is tripled or quadrupled or whatever. So basically, you can see an economies of scale is what every firm would just like to increase their input so they can get more than what they can get more output than how much they actually increased it. So, and constant returns to scale is a situation when if you double the input, the output is also doubled. And finally, this economies of scales happen when if you double the input, the output is less than double. So, a concept that many misunderstand is that in this economies of scale, if you double the input, the output is actually going to decrease. Well, no, but that's wrong, because this economies of scale isn't talking about a situation in which the output decreases. It is talking about a situation in which the output increases less than how much we increase the input. So it is still just inefficient to do so. No, let me get it correctly. So like it isn't a very likely way that many firms will try to, because although they double the input, they can't double the output. But anyways, it does not mean that the total output is going to decrease. It is more likely to increase. But so don't get it wrong about it. I've seen many think about this economies of scale as the output decreasing, well, but that is not true. And now let's put it all together. You can see the long run average cost colored in red, blue, and yellow, and you can see 3 types of short run average total cost colored green. And as you can see, there are different types of short run average total cost depending on the capacity of the plant or the number of workers or whatever. Since there are different situations, since at least one resource is fixed, but in the long run, the average total cost, you can see that it basically covers all of the situations. Since all resources are variable, which means that your plan can either be very small or very big. You can just choose it whatever you want. It isn't fixed. Yeah, the red part is economies of scale. And we've talked about before, economies of scale is a situation in which if you double the input, the output gets more than doubled, tripled, quadrupled, or whatever. And you can see that as the quantity increases, the average total cost decreases at this point. And this is point where it is the constant returns to scale. So if you double the input, the output gets doubled. So you can see that the average total cost actually does not change no matter the quantity increases or decreases at this point. Since you put a certain amount of input, you gain a certain amount of output. And finally, this is the situation when this economies of scales happen. If you double the input, the output is less than double. The output is not going to decrease in May, but it necessarily shouldn't be so. Shouldn't do so. So the output might still increase, but anyways, the output gets less than doubled if you double the input still. So in today's video, we talked about long-run production costs. I'm sure that this is not a very difficult concept if you have understand short-run production cost well. In the next video, we are going to talk about a new concept covering a part of AP Microeconomics. So anyways, thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to our channel. Feel free for comments. And I would just really appreciate it if you would tell me ways to just improve my videos. I feel like I want to help more students with my videos, but maybe there's a problem with me that does not make me able to do so. So anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you after 2 weeks with my new video.